What's up, guys? Welcome back to the SiG Talks Sports podcast. As I bring you here today with my podcast guest, Ezekiel Vitale.
What's up, guys? I'm Ezekiel Vitale.
And today we're going to be mainly talking about the NFL. Not much more than that today. Talk about the Lions' devastating loss last week against the uh, 49ers. And then we're probably going to go into the Super Bowl matchup, which I don't think anyone's going to watch that Super Bowl. Let's try and make that the least watched Super Bowl, by the way. That would be pretty funny if we did that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I think we should watch the Puppy Bowl instead of the Super Bowl. but instead of the Super Bowl. Wait, isn't there a Kiddie Bowl too?
No, I haven't heard of the Kiddie Bowl, but I have heard of the Puppy Bowl. I used to be a avid watcher of that. Just kidding, I've never watched that. I've heard of it, though.
Puppy Bowl, yeah, we watch that usually before the Super Bowl starts. Super Bowl is always like Super Bowl because literally what's airing when the Super Bowl happens. Like, what are you doing? So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. So, first off, the Detroit Lions, okay? Now, the Pro Bowl is happening, at the time of you guys listening to this, Pro Bowl is happening tomorrow on the 4th. So, that's going to be entertaining, hopefully. You got Hutchinson, St. Brown, Gibbs was he replaced McCaffrey, who was playing in the Super Bowl for the 49ers, And Lions, devastating loss. They did not play home, so it doesn't matter. We were up 24, was it 3 or 7? 24-7, I think, in the first half. And then, see, everyone blames it on Dan Campbell, but I don't really think it was just him. Like, Josh Reynolds and
Cam Sutton.
Cam Sutton, thank you. Yeah, Cam Sutton, Josh Reynolds. Goff was doing okay. It's just everyone had the curse of just they could not catch. St. Brown dropped St. Brown, I don't think he dropped more than one, but he dropped a pass. Gibbs fumbled the ball. That kind of sold the game right there. I think that
Bro, my boy Gibbs. He's my favorite running back, bro.
And you have his jersey too. Yeah, that stinks. Very unfortunate, but I think next year, I don't know why everyone's talking about, not everyone, but a lot of people are saying like Lions sucked, they did terrible, but literally that was the best we've done since if you want to say 57, you can, 1957 or 1991, because that was the last time we at least won a playoff game. So, that stinks. And then somehow Chiefs won. I don't get that. Chiefs beat the Ravens.
See, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I think the Chiefs deserve
the refs won.
I think that the Chiefs actually deserve that. Patrick Mahomes plays wonderfully, beautifully, phenomenally in the playoffs.
Glazing, but okay.
But Lamar Jackson, he's had playoff experience. He has lost before in the playoffs, and I feel like next year could be his year. But unless the Lions make it all the way, then the Lions are crushing them in the Super Bowl. But
we beat. I know people are going to be like, yeah, but that was week 1. We beat the Chiefs. Lions beat the Chiefs in week 1, but they also didn't have Travis Kelce. But still, Chiefs have a terrible offense. Their defense is actually pretty good. But, dude, there were some plays last week where Travis Kelce was taunting the Ravens, and then, the ref doesn't do anything about that.
There was a lot of fighting before and during the game between them on both sides. I'm pretty sure there was some beef with Justin Tucker and another guy. Justin Tucker, he made the 66-yard field goal record, by the way, and also he's Catholic, so give him props to that.
Yes, and yeah, I know there was a little beef in the beginning, but still though, the ref. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but that ref who reffed the game. He is said to be one of the worst refs for home teams. He always screws the home teams. And look who was the home team for the Ravens. Chiefs got 3 penalties that game for 20, 30 yards, I think it was. Ravens got 8 or 9 penalties for over, I don't know, it was over 50, 70 yards-ish.
I actually heard about this ref who was going to apply to be an NFL ref, but unfortunately, he did the physical, all that stuff that you need to be a ref. Well, unfortunately, he had 20/20 vision, so he could not be a ref.
That makes sense, Can't be perfect.
He had perfect vision. So obviously you can't have perfect vision to be a ref.
Yeah, especially at the Chiefs game. Because it's just like, why did they do that? That man had never coached a playoff game before, and they set him up. Sorry, I don't mean to yell into the mic. I know you guys listen with headphones on. And they set him up for the championship AFC game. And they said, you're going to ref this game. You're going to ref this game. You're going to screw the Ravens. You're going to get the Chiefs into the playoffs to verse the 49ers. The Chiefs don't really deserve that. I mean, that's my opinion. Zeke says he thinks he does. He thinks they do. I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is like, top. I mean, right now, I don't know if he'd be top 5 quarterback right now. You just look at the passing ratings. He's not top 5. He's not even top he's like top 8, top 7-ish. But Lions, up 24-7, and they just crumbled. What was it? 34-31, right?
Yeah.
If Dan Campbell actually took his kicker out of the dog cage, took him off the sideline, and said, "All right, you're gonna go kick our field goals," we would have won if Michael Badgley didn't miss. If he didn't miss these field goals, the ones that he should have went out and kicked, Lions would have won 37-34. Or if we were just better, it would have been 37-7, and we wouldn't have let them score again. It's tough.
I feel like we shouldn't be blaming Dan Campbell for this, going on it for 4th. He's been doing that the whole season.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But it was just like this time. We've never versed the 49ers this season. They're a totally different team. So I just think it was the team that we were facing. They were just better to our different skills and stuff. They just outmatched us a little bit. But I feel like we still could have won if there was a little bit better play calling. I feel like our offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, should have had a little bit more say in the offensive matter.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that.
Ben Johnson, I don't know if you know, but he's pretty much an offensive mastermind. And we are glad to announce that he is staying with the Lions. He is not going to the Commanders or the Seahawks. He has had interviews with both of them, I believe, but he is not going to either of them. So that things are looking up for the Lions next year because of that.
I honestly don't know why he would want to go to, especially the Commanders. Seahawks were pretty goofy this season too, but Commanders, Sam Howell, bro was benched before. Oh, I don't know what that was. Commanders benched Sam Howell. Usually, you'd bench your quarterback the last week so he doesn't get injured. For week 17, week 18, they benched him week 15, and I just picked him up on fantasy for my backup quarterback, and I'm like, why is bro not playing? He just wasn't playing. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. But Sam Howell. But Ben Johnson, he was great. Dan Campbell, Ben Johnson, great the whole season. But the last game, I'm not blaming this completely on Dan Campbell, but I think he was just a little too aggressive in the last game. It was the championship NFC game, and he didn't go for what were 2 field goal attempts in range with a great kicker. I thought our kicker was bad when we first kicked Patterson off for Michael Badgley, but no, Michael Badgley was good because the first kick Michael Badgley ever made, it was blocked, and I was like, there's no way he just did that on the first kick. So I was like, what in the world, bro? But Michael Badgley, I don't think he missed a single field goal after that. And if he did, it was blocked, just like the first one. So yeah, Michael Badgley definitely could have kicked those 2 field goals. Don't know why Dan Campbell didn't. Dude, that's just points. You could have gotten points on the board. I know he's aggressive. He knows that his team can do well. St. Brown is on the team. Laporta's on the team. He has people to throw to get past 4th down.
He's got all the weapons.
He has all the masterminds, all the weapons, but he's like, no, we got to go 4th down. 4th and 2nd, and he goes 4th down. 4th and 2nd is nothing, but if you're throwing, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, that's what happened in the Lions game. It's unfortunate they lost.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I think looking into the future for the Lions, I think we, especially looking into this draft, we really need to draft some better cornerbacks. I know we've got some pretty crappy ones right now. We got Sutton, and was Sutton the one who got the catch off of the head?
Yeah, I think it was him. And if it wasn't him, it was yeah, I don't know who else it would have been, but Sutton or someone else, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That I was just remember that catch though. That was insane, bro. That I mean, I feel like part of the 49ers win was also luck too with that. Like that's crazy how they got that. Like two was it two touchdowns in like 8 minutes? It was insane, bro.
Yeah, they got 2 touchdowns in 8 minutes, but in the first half they got 1 touchdown. Like that's just Lions defensiveness. I don't know what was going on there. But I mean, if we even take it back to the Bucks game right before the Lions versus the Niners, the Buccaneers completely different team than when we versed them in what week 5.
Yeah.
Early week we beat them 20-6. I don't was that a touchdown or 2 field goals? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
was probably a field goal or probably a touchdown. But yeah, they were a completely different team than the first time we versed them, and we still beat them by a whole like touchdown and a 2-point conversion, a whole field goal. I don't know what it was, but yeah, Lions were lucky there, and they did a great job in that game. I don't remember if there was anything wrong in that game, but yeah, just against the 49ers, I think Dan Campbell is definitely taking notes for next year, especially with Jared Goff and how he plays and his running game, because bro does not run. But, you know, and then, yeah.
You know, going back to the Chiefs Ravens game, the crazy thing about that is that Lamar Jackson, at one point in the game, obviously he had the most passing yards, he had the most rushing yards, and at one point he had the second most receiving yards. Do you remember that play?
Yeah, can we talk about that one play where Lamar Jackson threw the ball, it got blocked, the ball went up in the air, he ran right under it. Dude, there were two Chiefs two Chiefs defensive players on him, ready to catch the ball, like intercept. And Lamar Jackson comes out or he was there the whole time. I don't know how Chiefs didn't get this. But Lamar Jackson caught it and got like couple yards off that, maybe 10. I don't remember how many it was, but that was crazy. When I saw that, I had to rewind that. I'm like, there's no way he actually just did that. This is what people mean by he's a running back, he's a wide receiver. Bro's catching his own balls at this point. I mean, that wasn't his fault. He just threw it and it was blocked. So then he caught it. Like that's if that was Goff, that would have been intercepted for sure because he's not running to that ball. But
Yeah. Before the championship games, everybody was talking about the Super Bowl logo color theory. And everybody's saying it's debunked now because the purple and red, they thought it was going to be 49ers and Ravens.
yeah.
But it actually has not been debunked yet. It actually is still standing. The red, obviously,
no.
the red stands for the 49ers still. But the purple the purple stands for Taylor Swift's dress in her album Speak Now.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because I bet you somewhere in the NFL script Taylor Swift's name is in there somewhere. Like she has to be a part of it somehow, somewhere. But yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, the color theory in 2021, I think it was Rams versus Bengals, right? And the Super Bowl was 57.
No, I think it was 56.
56 or
It
57?
was 56. It was 56.
56 is LVI. Yeah. Yeah. Was it?
Yes,
Yes.
56.
56. And it was yellow and orange. Rams, yellow, Bengals, orange. So they thought, they're like, oh, that's weird. It's their colors. And then the next season, it was who? I don't remember that Super Bowl. Wait, that was next year. That was last year. That was Chiefs and Eagles. Yeah, Chiefs and Eagles. It was green and red. Obviously, green, Eagles, red, Chiefs. Now, this season, it's red and purple. And literally the AFC champs were the Ravens, and the NFC champs were the 49ers. So, like, why would we think that, about... why would we not think the color theory that's been true the last 2 seasons was not true now? So, it's like... It's kind of weird. I'm surprised it didn't actually come true. But no, it could be purple. The purple dress of Taylor Swift. But anyways, guys, we're going to take a quick ad break, and we'll be right back in about 30 seconds, guys. All right, we are back. We're going to be talking about a little more about next NFL season and who could be good then. Starting off with the Green Bay Packers. If you're a Packers fan, you're listening, you guys should be kind of excited because, you guys ended the season really well. The fact that you even got to verse the 49ers and lost, but you lost against 49ers, but you guys got into the playoffs 9-8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah.
No,
Wait, because they won a playoff game, right?
I don't know.
Did they win a single playoff game?
I think it might have been that. Well, yeah, I think it was 9-8. Yeah.
Yeah, 9-8. I think they might have lost the first one, but yeah, Packers were really good, and I was actually shocked to see that considering it was Jordan Love, and that was a pretty good season for Packers.
Yeah, I feel like the Packers have not had a mid QB in forever. We had like Brett Favre for a few years, then you have Aaron Rodgers, and then you have Jordan Love. Like they've never had a mid QB in like years, like before I was born probably. But so the Packers are getting up there once again after one mid season. They're coming back up the ranks again. And with the Packers, I feel like the Packers are one of those like universally good teams. They won the first Super Bowl. They're just like one of the OG teams.
They won the first 2 Super Bowls, yeah. And yeah, I just checked and I was wrong. Packers actually, I forgot, beat the Cowboys in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they actually did get past. It's the Cowboys, of course, they're gonna win, but they went to Cancun. It's the Cowboys, but Packers, outstanding team this season, pretty much. They were 9-8, not as good as what Lions were 12-5 or 11-6. Yeah, 12-5. We should have been 13-4, but the Cowboys refs screwed us. But it's all right. We're gonna have a good season next year, hopefully. And same with Packers. Cowboys again are hopefully gonna have a bad team again. And then 49ers though, they could be pretty good next year too. If they keep all their wide receivers and Christian McCaffrey especially, they could be pretty good next year too. If you think about it.
Yeah, I feel like the 49ers are going to be pretty good for a few more years. But other teams that also could be good, I know the Texans, they were pretty good. They overperformed this year. They've got a good quarterback, CJ Stroud, and I'm pretty sure they got good receivers, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, CJ Stroud is a great quarterback. He's awesome. Probably one of my favorites. I think he is my favorite quarterback. But yeah, he was really good. Texans, they had a decent team, but, it's unfortunate they lost against the Ravens in the second round of their playoffs. But yeah, the fact that they, CJ Stroud actually getting to verse the Ravens, even, because they were still so good, but they still got to verse, the AFC champs.
Yeah, I feel like they're very similar to the Packers this year.
Yeah.
They I'm pretty sure it was an upset against the Browns. I think the Browns had a better record than them.
Yeah.
But the Texans, a lot like the Packers, they got far and they lost to the number 1 seed in the second round. But still, I think next year they could be good if they do their draft right, if they keep playing well. So, but also, I want to talk about the Chargers for a little bit.
Oh.
Jim Harbaugh, the former coach of the Michigan Wolverines, who just won a national championship, he's going to the Chargers. Going back to the Chargers, actually. He was the quarterback for them.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Or wait, yeah, he was quarterback for the Colts, too. I remember that the most. Quarterback for the Colts. And yeah, he's going to the Chargers. Chargers really need Jim Harbaugh. They were 5-12 last season. I looked back at that. I'm like, they were 5-12? I thought they started the season okay. But I guess not. But yeah, Justin Herbert isn't horrible. It's just that the team isn't that good. Austin Eckler is, I don't know, he's pretty overrated. But Keenan Allen's good. Austin Eckler is just not the best. But yeah, now that they have Jim Harbaugh, that's going to be great because bro just won the national championships in college football with the Michigan Wolverines. Oh, and not Jim Harbaugh, JJ McCaffrey. Wait,
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy. Sorry, JJ McCarthy is entering the NFL draft this year too. So that's, bro. Imagine he went to the Chargers. That'd be crazy. But no, they'd probably go
It's a
to
possibility.
yeah. If like Herbert gets traded somehow, I don't know. But I think the team that need McCarthy the most would be like, I don't know about Falcons, but like a team like the Falcons who didn't do the greatest, had an okay-ish quarterback, but needs a better one. I think, obviously, many quarterbacks have more mobility than Jared Goff, but I think Jared Goff will be way better than he was this season. Because that time when we versed the Packers, the game before that, he threw 3 interceptions, and then the next game, he fumbles the ball 3 times. I thought that was the end of the Lions season. When 2 back-to-back games like that, that's insane.
I feel like JJ McCarthy could even go to a team like the Patriots. I know they don't have a good QB at all.
No.
Ever since Brady left, obviously, they've kind of lost their spark in football. So maybe they can like build it back up, getting better QB stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Patriots. They had Mac Jones, and I don't know what happened with him. But yeah, I couldn't name a single Patriots player besides Mac Jones and the running back. What's his name? Ezekiel Elliott, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My boy Ezekiel Elliott. He's one of my favorite running backs just because we share a name. Of course, he was on the Cowboys though, so that puts him down a few spots. But I still like him. I've got one of his football cards.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yep. I have a few football cards, but they're kind of old. But yeah. Yeah, Texans did great, you know. Another team that was really, like, they were crumbling at the end of the season. I don't know if I said this in the last podcast with Michael Watson, but I think we were talking about the Vikings. Bro, they lost Justin Jefferson for like 10 weeks, a little less than that. They lost TJ Hawkinson at the end of the season. He got injured for the rest of the season. And then their quarterback situation was terrible. Kirk Cousins gets injured. Then Joshua Dobbs gets put in. He was terrible. He gets injured. Then they put in Nick Mullins. Bro, this dude is probably one of the worst backup quarterbacks I've ever seen, bro. This dude has the ball, no idea what he's doing, and he throws the ball and he throws an interception. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, that sealed the win for the Detroit. I believe week 15.
Week 17, I think. Or no, sorry, 16.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Wait, no, week 16 was against the Cowboys.
Week 16 was Cowboys. No, week 17 was Cowboys. 18 was
right.
yeah.
Right.
Week 16 and 18 were Vikings, and 17 were Cowboys, and we beat the Vikings both times. The first time in week 16, I believe it was 30-24. And then the next time it was like 30-20, I believe, something like that. But both times we versed Nick Mullins, and he was just terrible. He's not a good quarterback. But hopefully, they have Kirk Cousins back next year. Justin Jefferson will be back next year. No, he was back at the end of the season. All those NFL in those ads, the Dorito ads, I think, or the Little Caesars ads, where he's like, I wish I was sitting on the couch eating Little Caesars right now. And that kid's like, I wish I was Justin Jefferson.
Thanks, Dad. So tasty.
That ad was funny, yeah. There was a lot of funny ads with him. But yeah, that was funny. But yeah, we're going to wrap up this podcast here, guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to me and Zeke's awesome voices, here on the podcast. This was Season 1, Episode 2. Few episodes left of the season. We'll probably hit Season 2. And hope we have some good guests after this, Not saying we haven't had good guests, but, we need a little bit more talks about MLB, NHL, NASCAR. So hit me up if you live near me and you want to talk about those sports. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Well, actually, you guys will hear me in the next podcast. And say farewell to Zeke for now. And
see you guys.
And hope you guys have a great Sunday if you're watching this on Sunday. And peace out, guys.